What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be customizing a 1963 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Coupe. Now, in the Crew 2, they call it the Corvette C2, which I guess kind of makes sense, second generation Corvette, but the actual name of the car was the Stingray Coupe. And then it was famously nicknamed the Split Window, obviously because of a split window it had back here. Absolutely amazing design. It is one of the most well-known Corvettes ever made. Even if you're not even that much of a car guy, when somebody says split window, you know exactly what they're talking about, the split window Corvette. Very famous. It was only produced the first year of the C2, which was 1963. And after that, they stopped making the split window because people were complaining that the rearward visibility was awful. So you look in the rearview mirror and all you'd see was this right here, which was pretty funny. So it wasn't very practical, but it was just a beautiful design that unfortunately for the consumers, they didn't like it, so they had to put the normal window back. That was how the car was originally designed, so when you do the full window, it doesn't look as good as this, but it still looks pretty decent. So this car had the 327 cubic inch motor with 360 horsepower. And then in 1965, they introduced the 427 big block with 425 horsepower. 425 horsepower in 1965, that was unheard of. No cars back then had that much horsepower out of the factory. It was just insane, unheard of, and very, very special and unique. Unfortunately, we never got a split window 427, which I would have loved to have seen. But obviously the first year people complained, the split window they couldn't see, so we never got to see that happen. But I'm sure people who restore cars out there have probably done one. I haven't looked it up, but I'm sure they have. Anyways, enough history lesson here. So in this video we'll be doing is taking a look at the visual parts the car offers, take it outside for a stock top speed run, then a maxed out top speed run with all the performance parts possible, and double nitrous to see how fast we can get this car to go. So look at the manufacturer colors here. So we got the famous silver it was unveiled in. You have the dark blue, red, obviously the silver we already have it in, the green, baby blue, it's like candy red, gray, bluish silver kind of looks like there. And then this blackish red kind of color. It's really interesting. I kind of want to say like a wine red kind of. Definitely an interesting color there. And this like tan kind of color. So I'll be going with an actual gloss black. Do that there. And then moving on to the visual parts. So I do want to mention that I did record this once already, but the file got corrupted, so I had to record it again. Unfortunately, kind of sucks, but I'll do it again for you guys. I don't mind. So moving on to the hoods, this is the stock one here. And then our first visual option here is the Grand Sport race car hood. I think it's pretty cool. It's a little excessive for the build I'm trying to go for, but yeah, that's that one. Next one, you get a giant blower coming out of the hood, so I guess we're in Fast and Furious now. That's a little too crazy. I guess if you want to build like you're going for like a drag car build or something, I guess. And then we have carbon variants of those other three hoods we just saw. So unfortunately, I was really sad. I was talking about the 427 earlier. They didn't give us a 427 hood option. That really sucked. That's a missed opportunity from Ubisoft. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I don't like the Grand Sport hood. It's a little too crazy for this car. I'm not really a fan of that. So I'll be keeping the stock one there. Moving on to the front bumpers. So this is the one I had selected, and it blacks out most of the chrome and it gives you like a nice chin front splitter. And it kind of goes with the fender line there. You can see it sweeps down. It's very nice. Here are the other options. So here you have the Grand Sport race car style headlights with the stock front bumper, chin spoiler, and then you have the chin spoiler with the chrome. Okay, like aluminum. That's interesting. And then you have this a different design here. So this chin spoiler is more because it kind of does a front bumper delete, and then you have a really low front end. It's definitely different. Okay, and this one gives you like rally style lights, and that's the last one there. So I'll be choosing this one. This is the one I had chosen when I customized it earlier. Let's do that there. Front fender. So I was surprised when I saw this. You're probably thinking, how the heck are you going to do a wide body on this car? It's going to ruin it. Actually, look at that. You can barely tell anything even changed. If we go back and forth, you can see it. And especially at this angle, boom. Very well done wide body. That's probably the smoothest wide body I've ever seen. It kind of looks like a factory option. It was just very well done. Good job, Ubisoft. I mean, absolutely amazing job with the wide body kit for this. Very well done. And they also did the little reflector delete there. That's really nice. Okay, so we're going to be choosing that. Moving on to the wheels. So these are the optional wheels for this car. And these are actually the base model wheels right here. So they give you the option between both. I love the optional ones. It kind of like a turbine style with the knockoff in the center. And then, you know, a little tribute to the American flag. They did the red, white, and blue lines on it. Nice little touches. Very well done. Classic 60s. The engineers had so much passion back in those days. Moving on to the caliper color. You can barely see it, but if I put it in red there, at this angle, you can kind of see it a little bit there. Kind of hard to see, but yeah. Okay. Side mirrors, so you got the chrome mirrors, and then you can do body colored mirrors if you want. So this car has a lot of chrome trim, and I kind of feel like the chrome mirrors go with it, even though we got rid of some of the chrome on the front end, but you still have all this chrome going around all the window trim. To put this mirror kind of ruins it in my opinion. So I'm going to be keeping the stock chrome one there. Going on to the side skirts, so you have the stock chrome one here. And then you can have that painted, which I thought was really nice, but then when you look at the top-down view, you can see it has a carbon fiber lip. Why did they do that? This car has no carbon fiber options on it whatsoever. There's no carbon fiber. There's like carbon fiber interior panels that you can choose from, but as far as body components on the outside, there's nothing. So it literally makes no sense to put that. And those are the only two options you can choose from. So it's either stock or carbon fiber. Why? I guess it is what it is. They should have had two options, either gloss black lip or carbon fiber, not just carbon fiber only. Another missed opportunity there. And they could have also done side exhaust pipes, which I really would have liked, but again, I guess I'm asking for too much. So we're going to keep that stock there. Your fender, so there you go, boom, wide body. And then you have the Grand Sport race car style intake there. Now it's unfortunate you can't do wide body without that. You have to do it with that intake. Now the intake doesn't look too bad in my opinion, but I'm honestly not too much of a fan of it. But I mean, it's pretty decent. And depending on the angle you look at it from. And we kind of have to do it to go with the front one, so put that on there. Rear wing, so you got this decent ducktail here. It's got like these reinforcement struts and then a bunch of screws along the bottom. Very, very race car style. Oops, I will show the other one here. And then boom, you got this one. This is just a little excessive, just a little. This is like Big Wang Nation right here. That's just too excessive. That's just, oh god. Honestly, if you put this on this car, you deserve to die. No, I'm just kidding. But that's just terrible. So I'll be keeping the stock one. We'll be on to the rear bumper. So this is the one I had chosen after looking through all of them, but we'll keep on going for the other ones. So you have the first option here. This is technically the first option. So it gets rid of the chrome around the tail lights, and then it gives like a little bit of a black trim there. And then here you black out the bumpers, and then it has like these chrome holes. They're supposed to be exhaust tipped, they just look a little weird. And this one actually has exhaust tips coming out with a little diffuser. Then here you have more chrome holes. So there you go. So this is the one I had chosen. You have actual exhaust tips, not chrome holes. And it's got a very subtle diffuser. So we have some modern touches on the car without going too crazy. Moving on to the interior. So you can do red, light brown. Well, I guess it's more like a tan. And then this is light brown, gray, white, blue, and then a yellow. So you go here with the red, and you'll see the headliner is also red, which is really nice. So if you would have chosen a red interior for this car back in the 60s, this is how you would have gotten it. It's not like nowadays how when you choose a colored interior, Not everything is that interior color. It's only little parts here and there. But this is how they did it back in the day. Now in here, you can manually do it yourself. You can kind of tone down the red if you don't like too much red. See the interior inserts there of the seats. Yeah, it's really nice what they did, and they kind of give you the option to tone it down. Now, the only thing I'm not too much of a fan of, I would have liked to have seen more red on the dash, but they didn't do that. You can only get the red on the dash by doing pretty much everything red except for the carpets. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and it kind of goes back to that classy style feeling from back in those days when, like I stated before, almost everything was that color you chose. So we're gonna keep that. Interior materials, so you can keep the leather / vinyl, or you can go with the suede. So I'm going to be keeping the original there. Interior inserts, so you have the aluminum trim. Like I stated earlier, this is the only other carbon fiber you can get on the car, other than the weird side skirt. So that's the only thing that changes there, just the passenger and driver's side area there. You can do wood grain, or you can do gloss black. So I think I'm going to go with a gloss black. It kind of goes with the outside of the car, and it's a nice little modern touch, not going too crazy with it. So I'm going to do that. See how it looks all together. Not bad at all. And we're not finished yet. We're going to go to liveries. Got a top 100. And people have created a lot of nice liveries here. I went through a lot of them. I was kind of looking for some red touches, and this is the one I had found here. Here it is right here. So this person did a really good job. They followed the body line of the hood, and they kind of went with the stripe, you know, that pointy, it comes to a point at the very front. I think they did a really good job with that. That's the one we're going to choose. The back part is a little, they didn't really do that same body line. They kind of just did a straight stripe all the way down, which I mean, I guess is okay. So we're going to do that. And here we can see the performance parts. Again, 100% stock. So in 1963, this Corvette had 360 horsepower. Not too shabby. That's pretty impressive. Nowadays, that's pretty decent. The current Corvette Stingray comes with 460 horsepower stock, the C7. This had 360 horsepower in 1963. And in 1965, the 427 big block option had 425. That's insane. And a top speed of 142 miles an hour. Not bad. So let's go ahead and see how it sounds, how it drives, all that. Let's take it outside. Move over here to the side here. Okay. Sounds pretty decent. The real car does not sound like this. The idle sounds pretty decent. You can hear it there a little bit. So in here to the interior. Sounds pretty good. Alright. This is floored right now. Not too shabby. I mean, it holds its own. Obviously, no modern technology back in those days. But again, the horsepower numbers are pretty impressive. Handling, it does sway a little bit. Not as much as the 69 Charger I customized in the last video, but it's a lot more stable. I can say that. Alright, let's go ahead and back up here. As much road as we can. And this top speed run again is 100% stock. No modifications whatsoever, performance-wise. And all cars in the Crew 2 come with nitrous stock. So we're going to be using nitrous at the very end to get us up to that top speed. Alright, here we go. Here you can see 156 is what it capped out at. And you can see it's dying down slowly but surely. 48, 147. Yeah, not too bad. So now we're going to max it out with double nitrous, and we're going to see what this thing can really do. Alright, you can see the top speed up to 226 miles an hour. That's pretty crazy. Power up to 571 horsepower. Not too bad. 0 to 60, 2.7 seconds. That is very impressive. Quarter mile in the low 10s. Wow. So this thing is an absolute beast now. And on top of that, we have all the double nitrous perks matched up. So we do have double nitrous. It's going to be interesting. Alright, let's see how it does. Holy crap! 260 miles an hour! Oh my gosh! Wow, unbelievable what that double nitrous does. Max out upgrades, that's just absolutely insane. This car is an absolute beast now. The handling is a lot better now than before. Obviously we got the upgraded suspension, brakes, all the tires, all that good stuff. Holds its own, pretty fast, a lot of fun to drive. I'd highly recommend buying this. It's not too expensive compared to the other cars in the game. And the customization options are pretty decent. And it's fun to drive, and the gearing's pretty decent as well. Not bad. Now, obviously, you're not going to be winning any street race category races with this thing. You have the Lamborghini Huracan in there, Ferrari F12, all that type of stuff. So this car is more, you know, mess around, drive around, explore the crew too, you know, the United States and all that. Have some fun with it. But yeah, not too bad. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And as promised, here are the wheel options for the Stingray Coupe.